you. You know, really, I think this applause should be given to you for all that you have done this fine evening, this past couple of days, and this past year. Congratulations, guys. You know, the honest thing that has to be said at this particular point in time is, looking at this room, I see developers, I see designers, I see architects, I see coders, I see hackers, but there's one other adjective that can be said to each and every one of you today. You can be called entrepreneurs. Really and truly, the process that you have went through and the things that you have achieved and the pictures that you have made really prove that you have done something right. What was that secret something that you have shown today? Essentially, very simply, it was your decision to make the first step. It was your decision to persevere, and it was your decision to come up here, even though you were afraid, to stand up in front of those people, to hear all of those difficult questions, and sometimes to push back. I am deeply proud of every single one of you tonight. And more so, I am very, very proud of what has been seen here. Too often it has been said about our generation that we are a lost generation and there is no future for people because everyone is lazy now, we're all on social media now, and we really don't believe that there is still some value in hard work. But let me tell you this, in all these changes that have been happening in the past couple of years, yes, the world has changed, but one thing has become somewhat apparent. The rules have changed. The way to reach success has indeed changed. And this is shown the best by a very simple story that we have seen 2 years ago in our entrepreneurship clubs. There was this girl who was, doing arts and crafts, and she was kind of weird because she liked Pokemon, and she would go to all of these conventions, and every single time she would get there, she would wear this huge costume that would be twice as big as her head. And she dropped out of school, and the parents weren't really happy because they thought that that her Pokemon obsession was just that, an obsession. And yeah, she came to our clubs and started selling it on Etsy. It wasn't really big, and when she pitched at an event like this one, the traction there was, I sold 3 pieces. The jury killed her, like many of you to an extent today. But 2 months after that event, something very interesting happened. 2 months after that, a new app was launched. An app that actually asked people to have their whole phones in their hands and run around imaginary monsters. It was called Pokemon Go. And instantly, from a couple of hundred people who would be crazy enough to wear those costumes, tens of thousands ended up going to these conventions. And what was at the beginning a very small hobby project on Etsy ended up becoming a venture that made more money than both of her parents' salaries combined. The moral of the story here is really simple. In essence, nobody here can predict the future, but you can be damn sure that you can create it. How do we make sure that the spirit of this event carries on tomorrow, next week, and next year? Well, in fact, it's very, very simple. Look around the people here today. Look around at the crazy energy and the enthusiasm of what you have shown here right now. In order for you to maintain this hype, well, there needs to be a community. There needs to be people out there who are going to stand by you, shoulder to shoulder, when all of the authorities in the world are going to tell you it can't be done, and it shouldn't be done, and you should give up. Because the thing is that we alone can do a lot, but together, everything. So stay together, stay in touch. The people you have met here are the people who might become your business partners, who might become the people you're gonna end up changing lives and changing worlds together. Use those contacts, stay in touch, be friends, and damn, I'm proud to say that it is going to be a fine tomorrow. My dear Orange family, thank you for a phenomenal event. My dear panel of judges, thank you for being here and providing the critical reality check that was damn needed. It is a long journey ahead for some of you, I know, but it is a journey that I'm so much looking forward to see the next episode. My dear friends, only one more word can be said. Thank you.